remember, but what
so
I do remember...
You're telling me that it's outrageous that an 82-year-old man...
back up a minute.
No, sorry, this is important because you just said this is an example of free speech under threat in the UK, but you can't tell me what he was arrested for.
I don't remember the
So why you bring it up then?
I brought it up as an example that if we are scrutinizing what an 82-year-old man posts on Facebook...
But you can't assess that without knowing what he said, can you?
Well, you know what? Let's just say I brought up a wrong example because I don't have the context
Could it possibly be
now.
Because it's all a load of nonsense and free speech isn't under threat in the UK at all, which I think you've just demonstrated respectfully?
You know what? I've been there I've lived in the UK for 24 years. And yes, I do believe that censorship, it started with political correctness.
Right.
And as political correctness...
Have you ever seen someone unravel over a question that should have been easy to answer? Well, that's exactly what you're about to witness. In this video, an outspoken former Donald Trump advisor is confronted with one simple question. And the response quickly turns into a moment that's getting people talking. Stay with me, because there's a lot more happening beneath the surface than first meets the eye. Before we dive into the full story, comment where you're watching from, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Trust me, you'll want to watch this all the way to the end, because after we play the full exchange, I'll break down what happened, why this moment matters, and what it could reveal about the broader political conversation.
Triggered over what somebody said, it has been a form of putting a speech straitjacket on people.
So what can't you say in the UK right now without being arrested that you think people should have the right to say?
You know what? That's a very good question.
It is. Thank you.
It is. I can't answer that question, and I can't give you an example exactly. But see,
so
what I
find
interesting.
Sorry, Jane. You've given me an example of free speech being under threat. You can't tell me what the person said.
Well,
I've asked you for one single thing that you can't say in the UK without the fear of being arrested, and you can't think of anything. It's because Britain still is a country, compared to the United States, by the way, where free speech absolutely exists and always will.
Well, we both see it differently then.
But you can't give me any single point of evidence whatsoever to back up your idea.
Why don't you give me an example of how free speech still exists and censorship is not there?
Because you don't get arrested by the police for saying anything that isn't incitement or hate speech in this country. People are free to express their opinions. People are free to give their views. We do not have a police state in this country, unlike, I might say, the way that the United States is going under Donald Trump.
Well, you know, that's interesting because it's not going that way with Donald Trump. It was going that way, and it's now reversing itself.
Right. So banning journalists from the White House because you don't like what they've written, demanding the impeachment of judges because you don't like what they've ruled.
At the end of the day, this wasn't just about one difficult interview. It was about what happens when bold political claims are put under real scrutiny. If you're going to defend a position on national television or radio, you need to be prepared to answer the tough questions. In this case, many viewers will decide for themselves whether those answers were convincing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Did the interviewer make a stronger case, or do you see it differently? And if you enjoy political breakdowns like this, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.